Kenya Rugby Union Chairman Sasha Mutai is expected to crack the whip after the National Rugby Sevens team was relegated from the World Sevens Series on Sunday at the London Sevens in the United Kingdom. Speaking exclusively to NTV's Elijah Uko at the KRU grounds, Mutai said he will receive the performance report to determine the next course of action, with Shujaa set to be absent from the series next season.
When Shujaa revelled in their Singapore Main Cup victory when they won their maiden tournament in the World Sevens Series. Fast forward to 2023, the national team is a pale shadow of its former self after losing its core status in the World Rugby Sevens Series. Shujaa's relegation has hit the rugby fraternity hard. Several former players have aired their frustrations, with some pointing an accusing finger at previous administrations.
We need to bring back the high-performance environment, work to our strengths. We know how Kenya plays. We don't need to reinvent the wheel. You could see in the last 4 tournaments, there were flashes of what Kenya can do.
Shujaa had been flirting with relegation a few times in the recent past, but this time the drop was inevitable as they failed to sail past Canada in the final of the playoffs, losing 12-7. In the past 7 years since their highest ever finish in the World Series, which was a 7th place finish, the national team has only finished twice in the top 10 positions, back in 2018, where they finished 8th with their highest points tally of 104, and 3rd in 2021, where only 2 legs were played.
If changes have to be made, they have to be made. If it's for the good of Kenya Rugby, hard decisions will be made, but we have to check the last report and do our formal review. We don't want to go back to litigation and everything that's happened before in Kenya Rugby.
Issues to do with finances have been a huge impediment in the growth and preparation of the team. Relegation has compounded the union's financial situation, as it might jeopardize the high-performance grants Kenya receives from World Rugby.
The game takes a lot of resources, and what we're looking at is getting back our partners, getting our former sponsors who are very good to us to come and believe in us again, because that trust was lost. And what we are saying is we are back, a new office that is credible, that has a plan, a solid plan, together with the talent on the field.
Shujaa's next assignment will be the New York City Sevens in July as they prepare to secure an Olympic ticket to the 2024 Paris Games. The qualifiers are set to take place in Zimbabwe in September 2023. This tournament will also be a platform for Kenya to begin its journey back to be a core team. If Kenya triumphs in Zimbabwe, they will compete at the Challenger Series, which will be held in June 2024 in Madrid, Spain.
We need even more sponsorship now, because we've not been in the circuit. We will need an airline partner so that Kenya Sevens and the Morans, we need to have 2 teams traveling and playing rugby, so that by the Challenger Series next year in 2024, we win it straight away.
The process of changing Kenyan rugby begins now. Whether that is through talent development or high-performance training, it remains to be seen. But what is certain is that Kenya needs a complete overhaul of the system in order for Kenya to mingle with the best of the best. Elijah Uko, NTV Sport, RFUEA Grounds.